Cleveland Browns faithful, welcome back into the Cleveland Pulse YouTube channel. Before we get started here, likes are appreciated, comments down below. Tell me what you think about what you are going to hear in this video. We're talking Amari Cooper today. Not going to be a long one, not going to hold you guys for very long. Just want to hit the basics, talk about my opinion, and we'll go on with our life. So, last week in the OTAs for the Browns, early preliminary start to the season, Amari Cooper not present. He's seen the other deals go out to wide receivers in the league. I'm sure his agents have seen them as well. He is on an expiring deal. So when you see other guys get paid in the NFL, you have to do your due diligence as a part of the business and make sure that you get your money as well. Totally respectable, totally understandable from Amari Cooper's side. There should be no animosity here, and it's very simple. I'll give my thoughts up front right at the beginning here. Andrew Berry has to pay him, and I believe he will pay him. There's really no ifs, ands, or buts about this. Amari Cooper coming off of arguably his best season as a pro in the NFL, 72 receptions, 1,250 yards, only the 5 touchdowns, but he is the wide receiver one on this team. And I understand you added Jerry Jeudy in the offseason. You added a guy like Elijah Moore last year. You even have guys down the pipeline like a Cedric Tillman that, showed some flashes last year, not there yet. So I did some research. I did some due diligence for you guys. Let's kind of talk about the hierarchy of NFL wide receivers. If you look at from Front Office Sports, let's just go with the top 10 paid guys in the league. So you got Justin Jefferson, A.J. Brown, Amon-Ra St. Brown just got a contract, Tyreek, obviously, Waddle right behind him in Miami, Devontae Adams, Cooper Kupp, Devontae Smith, DK Metcalf, Deebo Samuel. That's your top 10. And I understand the AFC North, it's not a wide receiver dominant division. It's a run dominant division. You have really bad weather games in the AFC North. So people are sometimes skittish to pay wide receivers when you need to have a good run game and you just can't really turn the ball over in the AFC North. And we just paid Jerry Jeudy as well off the extension. So I'm not here to make a claim that Amari Cooper is a top 10 wide receiver in the NFL. You could go either way with that. I think there's good arguments that he is. I think that there could be good arguments that he's not. However, he was the best wide receiver in the AFC North last year, and I fully believe that. Yes, Jamar Chase gets hurt, and that's kind of your 1A competition in the conference. I understand that. But Amari Cooper means a lot more to this Browns roster than other wide receivers do across the league. And I think your benchmark, just looking at this top 10, is a guy like Devontae Smith, where he's making an annual compensation of $25 million. I think that that's what the agents of Amari Cooper are looking at, saying, hey, I'm a lot more valuable to the Browns than Devontae Smith is to the Eagles, because you have A.J. Brown over there who's making $7 million more per year than Devontae Smith is. And with that being said, just take a look at Amari Cooper's, contract breakdowns throughout the year. 2020, he was making $10 million with Dallas. 2021, he made the $20 million that we've seen him from last season. 2022, he obviously had that really small base salary on that restructure, I believe. And this year, at 30 years old, he's slated to make $20 million. He's an unrestricted free agent and has void years in his contract the next 2 seasons. So this is the perfect time for him to be doing this. He sees all the other, wide receivers across the league getting paid out, getting these big, huge contracts and getting extended. So like I said, I don't blame him at all. You have to do what you have to do in this business. And Amari Cooper has been immaculate for what we got for him as far as compensation, the draft picks, and just for his price tag alone. I think he's been worth the money. And you are at a point where you have to make this extension. And I know that the numbers are going to be debated and the years are going to be talked about as well. Is it a 2-year? Is it a 3-year? Is it $25 million? I think $25 million is fair for the guy. Like I said, I mean, Devontae Smith is $25 million right now. I think Amari Cooper means a lot more to us than Devontae Smith means to the Eagles. But when you go and make a Watson move, when you go and extend Jerry Jeudy, when you rework the Chubb deal, when you make sure that your offensive line is heavily paid, there's a lot of assets wrapped up into this team because the window is now. Playoffs last year, very bizarre circumstances, not the outcome we wanted, but your time to go is now. If you do not have a competent regular season and make a playoff run this year, it's going to be a disappointment. It's going to look bad, and it's going to be talked about that we've made mistakes and we haven't really receive the dividends from paying out all these big contracts. So your year is now, your window is open, 1, 2, 3 seasons, time to go. I know Barry and company will rework stuff and there'll be longevity with this team for years to come, but longevity and Super Bowl potential are two totally different tiers on the ladder of, hey, this is an NFL team that could compete right now. So just to bring it together, pay Amari Cooper, think he's deserved it, think that he really means a lot to this team, and Judy's not good enough to be the one. I don't think you can't do the Judy extension without also taking care of Amari Cooper. And that might sound counterproductive because, yeah, maybe you think Judy is your one after Cooper leaves. Judy is not a one right now. I don't think bringing him in really makes the totality of sense if you don't keep Cooper around. I think that Judy could really thrive as a 2, not getting everyone's best cornerback, making sure that the defense is not really focused on him, while Amari Cooper is still the focal point of the passing game, and David Njoku slots right in there as well as far as who we're going to give touches to and who we're going to give the football to in the offensive passing scheme. So, like I said, comment down below. What's your number for Amari Cooper? I'm in that $23 to $25 million range. Wouldn't be upset about it. Even if you ask for a little bit more. I'm not saying that your hands are tied. It's just you have to have more urgency, and you might have to go a little bit over your skis as far as financials when it comes to extending your key players. And Amari Cooper, after the Nick Chubb injury, was our best offensive weapon last year, right next to David Njoku. I think you have to get this extension done. You can't draw it out. You have to get him in with training camp as far as him and Watson and Judy and Elijah Moore working together, especially with some of their injuries at the end of last year. So that's my opinion, what I think we have to do moving forward. And yeah, appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.